What's going on, everybody? We're back at it with another video. You see the title of this one. I'm gonna talk about really just being able to maintain your faith and be courageous. I want to talk about that one today in the game, because it's important. You know, I noticed time and time again, I've been reading the Bible, and from Genesis to Samuel 1 thus far, I've noticed, and I've read it before, but I've really just been analyzing it heavier at this time. And I've noticed that, well, God likes to call on people that don't seem like they're qualified, that don't seem like they're worthy, that don't seem like everything's all together. And I feel like no matter what, we gotta get better at maintaining faith. We struggle, we fight a lot of battles, unfortunately. You know, it happens. Yo, he's glitching. Yo, he's cheating. But yeah. And you may ask, what do I mean by that? I don't necessarily mean that we don't have faith at all. I feel as though we need more faith. You know, definitely when going through adversity and trial times, you know, like the church in Samaria and Revelations 2, if I'm saying that correctly. You know, I know I'm like kind of fall off, but still, yeah, we gotta have more courageous faith and be able to endure during tough times, you know. And I'll give you a testament to that. You know, I've told you guys about the last video, you know, being patient and whatnot. But that also kind of correlates to not just only that, but also, like, you know, it's a faith thing too, because being able to go through a trial like that, where you're put in a predicament, situation, circumstance, and scenario where it's like, man, by the worldly nature that you know, you're taught to fight in these situations. Someone disrespects you like this, you can't tolerate it. You don't take this form of disrespect. And you know, it's tough at times, but it's like, it's something about Christ. Like, he's a jealous God, you know, he's a jealous God. And whoa, are you serious? Pinging hard, man. But yeah, he's a jealous God. And sometimes he'll have that rope around you just enough to the point where you might get caught in a predicament where you might act completely different. You know, I noticed personally, my transformation in Christ has became something where it's very different than what I thought it would. I thought growing in Christ was always growing in success, but one thing I learned this year is that Christ taught me how to lose too, you know. But it also helped me stay courageous, you know what I mean? Courageous in him, you know, good or bad, whatever it may look like, that don't matter, you know. I feel like that's big. And things got duller, I'm not gonna lie, because it's like, okay, no fornication, okay, joy is Jesus, others, and then yourself. So, you know, so okay, I gotta honor my mother and father regardless, you know. Okay, I'm not gonna put myself in a position where I'm at a prom where there's a whole bunch of people drinking. Like, there's certain stuff where just like, no. And it's like, you know, my teacher told me this one time, and he's a worldly understanding believer. That's what I like to call him. Where he believes on his own worldly understanding a little too much. And he always talks about, oh, you're becoming very black and white, you're becoming very fixed-minded about a lot of things, and I don't like it. And it's like, bro, but this is what the script says. I don't make the script. The script is the script. It's the owner's manual, you know. And it's okay. It's okay though. But I've really noticed that, you know, a lot. But it's a weird feeling, you know, when you're really a true masculine man in Christ, it feels different. It doesn't feel like being a masculine man of this world, because you don't get the same dopamine. You're really a calm, cool, collected dude grounded in Christ. It's a different feeling to be grounded in Christ. A lot of y'all don't know what it feels like to be grounded in Christ. I do. You see what I mean? So since I know what it feels like to be grounded in Christ, it's a whole different experience. So since I know what it feels like to be grounded in Christ, it's a whole different experience. And there's times where I don't know, it's like it feels like program. The spirit just takes control. You know, like I don't know what it is about what I'm doing, but I want more of it. And that's weird or interested in me, but like, why would you want more? But you know, I do. I gotta say I do. You know, I gotta say I do. You know, and temptation's tough. And you know, I slipped and I fell back in April, and the devil's just trying to grip that one little thread, man. Just constantly trying to grip that one little thread. And you know, with all this lust around me and these women, you know, these women wearing this tight clothing is really something these days, man. I didn't realize how much of a problem it was until now. I just thought it was whatever. But now it kind of, I don't know why, but it bothers me a little bit as a man on purpose, you know, because I noticed the devastating effects that it has, you know. Stupid. Yo, that's crazy. You're dumb. You're dumb, bro. Come on, bro. You're not smart. Back on the battlefield. I don't click that fast no more, but yeah, you would have lost that. When it comes to faith, we get put in these situations and circumstances, and it's like, it's something about the word faith. It's like, it's a substance of things that you don't see. So it's like something about what you're doing, you know it's right, but it's like it's our job as believers to keep it pushing. And I just seek his face. Like, Lord knows I want to see his face, man. Yeah, like what just happened there. I want to see his face, you know. I want to seek his face. I want to get to know, like, that's the crazy part about it. I love him. I really do love him with a passion too. I'm working on loving my fellow man. You know, he's starting to allow me to have mercy on certain people and whatnot. But yeah, you know, that's big. So going back to Revelation 2 and how it really just talked about, you know, how you're gonna face persecution and things are getting wild out here. You know, we know that the moral standards are wrong. We know that they're wrong. Another thing, we know that the people are wrong. We know that they're wrong. We know that these women are wrong. We know that they're wrong. We know that the way of life is wrong. We know that it's wrong. Inflation, ridiculousness. We shouldn't have to deal with this as people, right? If I could build a house with my own two hands, what is the problem? Like you know, it's really as simple as that sometimes. I'm gonna ping all day. This is not gonna be an excellent experience, but we know the current state, and I feel like, you know, Revelation 2 is just somewhere we can really keep that faith up. We gotta hold our faith, you know, hold it, you know, especially at times like that where it's just not a common thing. You know, and it's crazy. But like I said, his face is just very important. You know, and seeking his face and all that, and due diligence. So yeah, we're gonna be tried, but we gotta up our faithfulness at the end of the day in the Most High. and just trust and assure that everything's working in our favor. So trust and believe, guys. But yeah, that's gonna be the end of this one. I know this one's a little bit shorter, it's a little bit different. It's kind of like a random open discussion, but that's kind of how I feel. Like, you know, faithfulness is important. And, you know, what is, you know, anything without faith? And it's different when we moving by him, because you could see the difference in between us and other people, you know, just moving as believers, and just, it's not even believers, it's just people that are on the righteous and on the right. Like, we know this is the real God. So if this is the real God, why would we want to be separated from the real God? You know, he created us. So if he created us, but he also does give us free will, that's true. But, you know, yeah, I just think it's a wonderful thing if we all just really upped our faith, upped our game with our faith. You know, as it's important, and as we're, you know, we're being tried at times, you know, but we're building up our spiritual riches. It's gonna help our kids, our future generations, and it's gonna set us back to the moral code of life in which we need to operate within. But yeah, thanks for tuning in. If you made it thus far, have a blessed day. I know I was getting fried today, but I was pinging hard and whatnot. And yeah, and thanks for checking in. It's your boy Super. I'm out. Peace.